Hello everyone, I'm Shimona, and today we have among us Mr. Hemant Gupta, who is an IIT from Mumbai, and also that apart from that he is a mountaineer. He has annexed Mt.Everest, and also that he has climbed Mt.Aconcagua, which is the highest peak of America, Mt.Bhagirathi in the Gangotri region, Mt.Kanamo in the Spitti Valley, and many more. He has also won many awards. So the first award is Corporate Strategy Award by Mint Golden Peacock Award for Risk Management and many more. So today we'll be interviewing him and asking him a few questions. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi Shimona, how are you?
I'm good. So I'll be asking you a few questions
Okay.
about your journey, about the challenges that you face. So my first question to you is that what are some of the challenges that you face while mountaineering?
So mountaineering is like, so basically what is mountaineering? Mountaineering is like you have to climb the mountains, and when we see the mountains, they are all in the higher elevation. And to climb them, you go in a atmosphere where air pressure is very low. The available oxygen is very low. So for just to say like the air pressure, the oxygen available at the top of Everest is just a 33% of the sea level. That's 1/3 of the sea level. So and oxygen is the basic necessity of life. So you have to acclimatize to that environment, because if we pack ourselves in the plane and if we land on the summit of Everest, then we all will die in 2-3 minutes because our bodies are not acclimatized. So for that you have to do the proper acclimatization, and then conditions are extreme, like extreme cold conditions, temperature can be as low as -40 degrees, -50 degrees Celsius. Winds can be very high, like it can be 150 km/h. So all of these you have to climb in a very hostile environment, and it takes a lot of time also. So sometimes like your emotional challenges, you are away from the home, you are in the hostile environment for 1.5 to 2 months. So you have to take everything in account, and then and when you are climbing, then you have to prepare yourself physically, mentally, and there are moments when you feel like it's become very difficult. So you have to like mentally also push yourself. So these are some of the key challenges which I can tell you.
Next question that I want to ask you is that which peak do you next look forward to conquer?
So it's quite difficult to say, but so my next aim is to climb 8,000 meter without the supplementary oxygen maybe. So there are 48,000 meter peak in the world, all are in Himalaya. So that's the one challenge. So Mt.Kanamo I want to do. But apart from this, the next challenge which I look forward to, so now I am heading to Tata Steel Foundation, and I was given this responsibility after transfer. So in terms of, so from like Tata Steel Foundation, it gives me a platform where I can encourage and motivate a lot of other people who can pursue their dreams. So maybe coaching them, supporting them, so they can also climb the peaks and they can also complete their dreams. So helping them in their journey is my next biggest challenge.
So how do you prepare yourself for a mission?
So as I said, like there are a lot of challenges. One is preparing yourself physically. So physically you have to make your stamina, your endurance. So in terms of and like you have to improve your breathing capabilities. So you have to do like a lot of long distance running, climbing on the stairs, maybe carrying, and in the mountains you have to also carry a backpack, and then you have to climb. So you can practice here, like in Jamshedpur, if you have stairs at home, or if I have stairs in the stadium itself. So maybe putting some rucksack, putting some weight in it. So instead of maybe like putting some water bottles, like filling them in 10-12 liter water bottle, so it keeps you are lifting the weight and also climbing. So there are hills around by like Dalma Hill. But so this is physical preparation around Nepal, but a lot of my training is also happens in the mountains. When I in the mountains, so when I go to Uttarakhand, so doing lot of time going up to the hill, coming back, so running, and also doing lot of aerobic exercise like swimming, and yoga also helps, like doing pranayama. So this is physical fitness. But apart from this, you need lot of technical experience, because to climb these peaks, so you have to also know how to tie the rope, how to climb on the ice, how to climb on the rocks, what are the equipment you have to use. So you have to prepare yourself technically also. How to take care of this technical thing, then only you can climb. And then third part comes with the mental toughness, mental fitness. And I think that comes with the experience. Like a lot of times you go to the mountains, you face challenging situation, how you react to it, and slowly you add on to that.
And next, what would you say inspired you to get to the mountain?
So I would say I was fortunate enough. Like I think lot of people hear about Gangotri, and like we all of us read about her in the books. And I was fortunate enough that when I went for my first major expedition, it was in Leh Ladakh. It was in 2012, and I met her personally, and we climbed together. We were there for 2 weeks. So there was lot of inspiration which I got from her listening to her stories when she climbed the Everest more than 35 years back. And after that, like she has a lot of expeditions, helped lot of encouraged lot of people to climb. So I was fortunate enough that I could directly work with a trainer and mover. So first inspiration was from there. And second one came from, so I used to read lot of mountaineering books. The people who climbed in 1950s, 1940s when it was early more than 60, 70 years back. There are like mountaineers like Morris Herjog, Edmund Hillary, Eric Shipton, so I used to read lot of their books. So reading all those experiences and being in the nature, being in the mountains was like always, it used to give a lot of motivation to me. That's how I decided to go into mountaineering.
Besides physical fitness, how does it benefit you?
Besides physical fitness,
How does it benefit you as an individual?
yeah, so I think there are a lot of learnings from mountaineering. It's not just that you climb a hill and come back. Otherwise, there are a lot of learnings which are directly applicable in our daily life, which is even like people who works in the corporates or people who, if like we should say children or people who study. So when you go to the mountain, lot of things you come with all those experience, a lot of things you learn, like not giving up. So in our daily life we face with lot of challenges, but how developing that we can do spirit, like whatever be the circumstances, I will not give up very easily. So developing that spirit. Second is, and when I go to the mountains, I always feel I become more humble because mountains are found. When we are looking at them, we are like a tiny dot. Like these are the giant peaks around us. So you always feel like you are nothing in front of the nature. So, and people have their own false egos or self egos which we try to imitate. But when we go there, we just think like we are nothing. So that's some humility. And third one is like it also gives motivation, like because once you climb them, it also gives you that feeling that life. There are so many things you can do in the life. So which motivates you to excel further, and like small things like building more courage, building more confidence, working together in a team, working under limited resources. Like nowadays we always feel about like you need lot of resources in the current lifestyle, but once we go there, so you need very small things in the mountains, like you need very basic things. So surviving in the good circumstances. So all of this helps me in the daily life, and we feel a better person.
Do you have any advice for the new guys who want to take up mountaineering further in future?
Yes, I think the biggest advice is mountaineering is a sport where safety, because you are going into the environment which is not very comfortable, so always think about the safety. So before you venture out, do proper research on what type of weather it would be, what can be the terrain, whether you have to climb on snow, whether you have to cross a river, then accordingly you can take the equipment. Take some guide with you if you don't know the path, if you don't have any before, because sometimes nowadays people have so much enthusiasm and they sometimes forget safety, and then they are stuck in some risky situation and it's very difficult to rescue them. So safety is very important, and don't try to jump, like don't try to follow the shortcuts. And I think it's same everywhere in life also. So it's not that I just climbed Everest. Before Everest I climbed lot of peaks, then I went to Everest. So it's not that कि आपने आज रात में mountain start किया और कल सुबह Everest हो गए. You have to do lot of things before you can go to high peaks. So learn basics first, then test yourself in the low altitude if you feel good. Like you can go to the hills around your place, maybe some lower peaks, 3,000 meters, 4,000 meters. If you feel good, if you are confident enough, then maybe go to 5,000 meters, 6,000 meters. So that's my most important advice is like safety and then learning instead of taking like a leap from here to there without any knowledge.
Out of all the climbs you have undertaken, which would you say was the toughest one and why?
I will say every peak has its own challenge, so it would be very difficult to rate which one was the most difficult. But I think so. I submitted Everest in 2017, but in 2015 I attempted Everest with one more colleague in Tata Steel. So at that time there was an earthquake in Nepal, and we were stuck in the avalanche. Like so, there was the avalanche, and many people died in the base camp. A lot of people died in the Kathmandu. So that was the most difficult time when people outside were thinking like either we are injured or we are even not alive. So that moment was very difficult. So taking that decision again after 15 that I want to go to Everest again was a difficult one. But as I said, like in every peak there were challenges where because their weather is unpredictable. There are a lot of things which come suddenly on you. So you have to respond to them. So recently I went to one peak in it's called Mt.Aconcagua. So again like at one point we had to face whether we had to turn back from this summit camp and we had to go again. So that was difficult. So like as I mentioned, Everest 2015 in terms of like after the earthquake when people have died around, so it was very difficult.
What was your most memorable climbing trip and why?
Most memorable climbing trip. So I think I will say my first trip to Nepal when I went in 2013. Yes, it was 2013. So I went to one peak in 2012. It was 6,000-meter peak, and I was not able to climb in that peak. But in 2013, I was that was my first time in Nepal, and I was so close to the mountains because Nepal is mountain country, so there are so many. So I could see a lot of high peaks. I could see Everest for the first time in my life from my naked eyes, and that was my first successful expedition. So I went to a peak called Island Peak, which was 6,000-meter peak, and that was the first time I was able to reach the summit of a mountain which is more than 6,000 meters. So that was my highest point in life at that time. So that memory will always remain because at that time I was also working inside the plant, so I was also figuring out like whether mountaineering is my thing. So getting that taste of success was a sweet one at that time.
So lastly, why did you start climbing? What or who attracted you to the sport?
So as I said, like all the stories of the people like watching them or all the mountains was the fun. And second thing was whenever I used to go to the mountains, so there was something from inside, like I used to feel more happy and more content. And I always think like what gives you the most satisfaction. It's not about following the money or following the like promotions where normally people following to trap. So I think these things automatically come to follow your heart. And like as Tata Steel Adventure Foundation, I always say that if you choose the work you love, then you never have to work a day. So I think working here is for me is like I'm getting paid to follow my passion. I think there cannot be anything better.
Thank you so much for bearing with me, and you're truly an inspiration for the youth. Whosoever is watching this will really feel your journey from the start to the end, and thank you so much, sir. And stay tuned, and for further updates, keep watching CSMC vlogs and podcasts. Thank you.